Rachel Mielke is joining us today, and Rachel is the CEO and founder of Hillberg and Berk, very well known throughout Saskatchewan and throughout the world for that matter. Rachel, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
I want to talk about an initiative that you launched on International Women's Day. It was the Venus pin. We posted your video and talked a little bit about what your initiative is, but can you explain it to us why you decided to launch it and where some of the proceeds will go?
Sure. March is an especially just interesting and special month for us at Hillberg and Berk because of International Women's Day, and we take that opportunity to really celebrate women in our community, and we've partnered with different organizations over the last few years. This year, one initiative that we were particularly interested in focusing on was some of the lack of access to feminine hygiene products that women have in our communities. It's actually a big problem within a lot of women who are going into shelters or some of the women who are in our First Nations communities. And it's a larger issue than I think we even realized initially. So we decided that we wanted to come up with a piece of jewelry. So we launched our Venus pin to really signify and signal women coming together. And we're hoping to sell these pins throughout the rest of the year. We're going to sell 3,300 pins, and if we're able to do that, we will fundraise $100,000 for 7 organizations across Western Canada that will supply feminine hygiene products to women in need. And each pin basically represents us being able to contribute a 6-month supply of feminine hygiene products for these women throughout these organizations.
That's amazing, Rachel. I think a lot of people don't realize that that is a major need in a lot of those communities and with the groups that you mentioned. How can people get the pin? Is it online and in stores, or are you just selling online, or how does that work?
Online and in stores. So if you're close to one of our 8 retail locations in Saskatoon, Edmonton, or Calgary, then you can just go and visit our stores. Or if you're not, then you can go online to hillbergandberk.com and purchase our pin right off the homepage. We have a banner showcasing the campaign, and yeah, so that's where you can get it.
Okay, and now let's talk about something else exciting that you're involved with, the spring collection. Now, what are we going to see in the Hillberg and Berk spring collection, Rachel?
Yeah, our new collections are always a really exciting time for us to showcase what is going on globally in fashion through the release of new products with new stones. And I'm really excited about some of the pieces that we're releasing this collection. Our spring summer collection is inspired by retro Miami. So there's these like beautiful washed out pastel colors that have inspired the pieces. And we have new stones, opal and beautiful chalcedony, and really interesting design elements like enamel paneling that we've never used before in our collections. So it's just, you're gonna see something that you haven't seen from Hillberg and Berk before. So I can't wait for the collection to launch next week.
And will that be on the website then? If people can't get to the stores right away, will there be a big, I assume, like a launch campaign released on the web?
Online and in stores on Monday.
How do you find your inspiration, Rachel, for a lot of this jewelry? I know you have a good team, but obviously you're fairly hands-on as well.
Yeah, we really look at what's going on in terms of trends globally, and then find a way to extrapolate that into what we feel like the Hillberg and Berk customer really wants. So, we're always keeping a tab on global trends and what's coming out in fashion in terms of like colors and fabrics and patterns. And then we take that information to develop pieces that we feel are like the staple pieces that every woman should have in their jewelry repertoire. And we really try and focus on those classic items that will really last you for the rest of your life. So when you buy a piece of Hillberg and Berk jewelry, not only will it look fabulous today, but it will look amazing in 5 and 10 and 20 years.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Rachel. We're out of time, and I just want you to remind our viewers once again where they can purchase the Venus pin and where they can check out the new spring collection when it's released next week.
Absolutely. So in any of our retail locations, we have stores in Regina, Edmonton, Calgary, and Saskatoon, or you can access globally through hillbergandberk.com.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, Rachel. We really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for having me. Take care.